Alright, so for the finals, let's get things ready. Olé! Well, I don't know if it sounds olé because maybe in Spanish people wouldn't say that, but who knows. Alright, so let's introduce the players. On Bloody Ridge, and with a result of 0-0, as the yellow Protoss, we have Dragon Pain, who is going to be challenging the multiple-time TLC champion, the brown Zerg, Trutacz, at the top right location. Now, PvZ, good matchup to end with. Yep, finals it is. So, first things first, we've seen this map many times, but let's look at something interesting. We do know that the natural is relatively clunky. Taking here, as you can see, DragOn is starting to think about making a natural opening. Not the easiest thing in the world. Trutacz, well, he's well known. He does play pretty well. So we can expect a relatively powerful show out of him. Now, DragOn is no slouch, okay? DragOn is pretty damn good. We've seen that he wasted a little bit too much against Flisk in his game on Polaris Rhapsody. But he's definitely a pretty good player, so I think this might be a pretty cool finals. Now, we see a overpull. Very standard. Trutacz really likes to play this style. It's something quite interesting for me that it seems that Zergs no longer go for the 12th hatch. It seems to me that way. I would assume that this is kind of a response to the early Nexus build, because in a way you can go Nexus first if your opponent goes 12 hatch, and you always can have the problem of getting maybe cannon rushed, maybe hatchery blocked. So I can understand why this is the way that you'd play this matchup, but I just feel that always playing the same way gives a little bit away too much. Ooh, nice block there with the probe. Really nice block. Oh. Yeah, okay, no, you can't block that anymore. Okay, so it was a pretty decent block. It did slow down Trutacz by a few nice seconds. And we see Trutacz already going up for the third. Now, as we can see, you can see that with this kind of style, wait, did the probe die? Oh, it died. Wait, what? Oh, so the drone actually did manage to pick up the probe. Oh, that's nice. The interesting thing about this, you can see that even with this build, by the time the Nexus is going to be planted, well, a little bit later maybe, but pretty much you can kind of say that both bases from the Zerg go down at the same time when the Nexus goes down. It's not exactly there, but it's relatively close. So it definitely does have a big tell into how this overpull style actually works. It's pretty good, and it does give you some possibilities. If the Protoss messes up something, you could have managed to, well, trying to get a block there, not gonna work. You could try to run through and do actually some damage, so it's definitely not, it's definitely, I see why that's a good build. I just don't like the idea that Trutacz would always do the same build, because eventually somebody's gonna figure out a way to actually make overpull a bad thing. And when that happens, well, I guess Trutacz will adapt. So, 3 hatch, and guesses being mined, we do see Lair. Hello? Lair? Wait, what? So that went for... Ah, okay, speed. Speed first. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We have a Zergling Olen. We have Trutacz. Apparently Trutacz decided that he doesn't want to stay up all night. He decided that... no, okay, he's droning up now, but he is making a good amount of Zerglings, and he might actually get in. If those Zealots move out to try to do something... I mean, speed is not done yet, but let's keep an eye on when speed is done, because I think that... originally I thought this was a speedling all-in, but maybe, you know, with this overload, Trutacz realized that he cannot actually do an all-in. yeah, well, definitely he can't now. So he maybe just decided to make some speed links, and then when those zealots move out of position, just run in. But because this is 12 zerglings, 12 zerglings is it's a big amount. It's a big amount. No, don't show them. What the hell? What is Trutacz doing? That's a very bad idea. That's not a good idea. Well, unless Trutacz wants to kind of make DragOn panic and add another cannon and be very defensive, but DragOn is not falling for it. That's not a good idea to show that you have speed and this amount of zerglings. It would be much better to just keep them like here, and when you see the zealots move out, you just run in and kill a bunch of probes. I mean, seriously, I don't know why you would even show that you have speed. Now we do see more drones, and because of this early Ling start, we do see that the amount of hatcheries is not that big. That's the 4th, and we do need one more probably here, which is going to be the 5th hatch. Still not down. So Corsair is already coming out, and Spire is not going to be finished by the time that the Corsair arrives. If it goes directly into the main and sees the Spire timing, then he should get one Overlord, maybe? At least the one close to him. Where is it? Oh, it's... wow, pretty nice hiding spot, actually. Okay, so he does see that the Spire is not done, and yeah, he goes for the first Overlord that he can see. He knows that he can safely get that one and then get out of there. Now, there's the 5th hatch, and... oh, well, that's nice. A very quick Templar Archives. So instead of going for... actually, just one gateway is... okay, there's the second gateway. I was starting to look like two... you do need gateways, dude. But no. Okay, so the gateways do come down. Scourges should be... yeah, they're building now. DragOn should be, like, really babysitting this now. Is he? That's kind of difficult. That's kind of difficult. That's kind of... what? Why is Trutacz... why did Trutacz not try to follow that? He should get the kill. Is he gonna intercept that? Oh. That's nice. You know, if that works, he looks like a genius. If it doesn't work, it's like, what the hell are you doing? So, you do have to have a pretty big self-confidence in yourself. I mean, Trutacz definitely has that, but you have to have a big confidence, a big amount of confidence in your skill to do that kind of move. Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 6 hatches. Nice. Nice, that's very nice. 6 hatches is very nice. Because one thing that I've seen Trutacz do is when he goes for 5 hatches, he has some problems with his macro. It's not a big problem, but he does have a little bit of a problem. And especially when he tries to take another base, he doesn't saturate it well enough. But with 6 hatcheries, you're gonna solve that problem completely. You're not gonna have that problem at all. So I like that Trutacz is going for the 6 hatch. I really like that. And it seems like he's pumping out purely hydras for now. Speed is not even done, so it's kind of like the start of it. But the amount of hydras that he's going to be able to make is quite big. And we do see maybe this as a reaction to the gateway explosion, which is interestingly placed, to say the least. But yeah, this is a good amount of hydras, and range is now being researched. We do have to keep an eye for the upgrade +1. Zealots don't have the +... okay, the +1 is about to finish. But yeah, you basically run into brick wall. You don't want to do that. I have to say, it doesn't look... no, it actually looks terrible for DragOn. He's adding panic cannons because he doesn't have any storm. Oh no, storm is only now starting. Well, this can be GG. You want to block with 1 Hydra. That didn't go well. Trutacz really wanted to block that with 1 Hydra there, and then with the rest aim at the cannon. Then he would get like the perfect trade, but he just allowed the Zealots to go out. So basically that actually is going to keep DragOn alive. That small... it's not really a mistake, because it's kind of like you have to actually see that on real time and react really fast to do that. So it's not like Trutacz could have like pulled it off later on. But it would definitely change the game a lot. Okay, with the 6 hatcheries, the production will be extremely good for trutacz, but it should be taking another base right away. The difference in Hydras is going to be relatively small if he does take it, because right now he is purely relying on getting Hydras. And that is quite dangerous, because right now that's good, but once Storm is finished, which is now, yeah, now these High Templars, yep, they're gonna be happy. Happy boys. One Storm, no dodge, no nothing. Second Storm, okay, the +2 is negated, but that doesn't really matter at this point. The amount of Zealots that there are is so big, and the Hydras are still not +1 upgraded. The High Templars, interestingly enough, are staying back. I like that, actually. I like that a lot, because trutacz has good enough micro to try to snipe High Templars with like 4 or 5 Hydras. So keeping them back is not a bad idea, especially, there we go. With Dragoons, that kind of sniping is a lot more difficult for the Hydras. And we see now he's taking the base. If he would have taken it right when these Hydras were attacking, by now this base would be finished and you could actually transfer some drones or even make a bunch of drones and just send them there. But by waiting this long time, by producing the Hydras, basically it's kind of interesting, because most people would actually say that this is something that you have to remember. When you're attacking, you usually want to be expanding. Unless there is a very, very big, important reason not to, when you are attacking, you want to be expanding. Because one hatch finished by now is a big difference from, say, if you're gonna lose like all your army and you're losing the game, the 300 mineral difference is probably not gonna save you. It can happen from time to time, but it's probably not going to save you. But if you start it early, and by now you have it, you have a 4 base economy still against a 2 base Protoss. By doing this so late, it's gonna be relatively close. Okay, so we do have lurkers, but the army from DragOn is looking really solid. Dragoons, do they have range? I hope so. I mean, he's getting a lot of them, so I'm going to assume that he does have range. Oh. Yep. How is he gonna go? Oh, that High Templar is dead. Yep. See, trutacz has that. When you're retreating against trutacz, you want to pick the last High Templar and just storm. Just storm anywhere, because you're gonna lose it. So, remember that, guys. If you're playing against trutacz anytime and you're running back, pick the last High Templar and just storm, because it's gonna get sniped. Now, right now, the difference in the armies is actually relatively similar, and this is kind of how standard PvZ looks like. The Zerg usually has less army. Oh. Nice! Trying to bait the storms, but DragOn not falling for it? That was actually pretty nice by DragOn, because he doesn't have that many High Templars. He has a good number, but not that many. So he does want to keep... Oh, that's nice. Look, he even sends the Zealot around, cleans this while he's attacking, and he expands. See? This is how you want to do it. And most of the time, as I said, there are some situations where that's not the case. But if you're attacking, try to be expanding at the same time. Now, this base... If you're DragOn, you don't want to give that base to trutacz. You really don't want to, because once trutacz can establish a defense here, sure, you can storm drop from here. It's a very short area, but breaking it through the front is very difficult. Oh, the observer. Oh, whoa, that's a nice storm. That's a nice juicy storm. It's looking better and better for DragOn. Until the fighters are out, these Dragoons are going to be relatively efficient, and the storms have been on point for the most part. Yeah, look at that storm. Ooh. Oh, and another good storms. 2 good storms. Whoa. Hell yeah. That's how Protoss do it. That's how we do it. Careful with that. Don't lose the High Templars. Ooh, look at that. 140 supplied to 80. And until Hive is finished, Yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm calling it right now. DragOn has this. Oh, and if he keeps storming like this, like he doesn't have any storms now, but yeah, like you're ever gonna have enough units now. Actually, he should send something more in there because the 2 Hydras that are gonna pop out are going to kill that. That's all that. But it seems like DragOn. Oh, it seemed for a second that he's gonna go for the throat, but he's basically sending some units to fight this army, and at the same time cleaning this base. And look at this, base is finished. It's mining. All is good. All is good. See, it's a good day in the Protoss area when you know that there is going to be storms. You know, it's good weather. That's the weather that Protoss like. Against Zerg, at least. Well, this is gonna, yeah. Oh, you don't want to really engage against this, but with such a big lead, yeah, you don't want to go down there. It's a meat grinder. This is that's a mistake with DragOn. You really didn't want to. You don't want to be doing that. Yeah, there's too many units were lost on that. See, now the difference in supply is actually a lot smaller, and that's because of the huge amount of units he lost down there. He should have just basically either run away or pushed back up, not try to kind of stay right next to the lurkers. He took too much damage on that. But that being said, I mean, it's still 4 base to 4 base, and although Hive is finished, we don't have any Hive tech yet, so there are no defilers, and I don't know if cracklings are down. I'm going to assume they're not, because yeah, this pure Hydra lurker. So yep. So squad of zealots probably gonna aim directly at the hatchery. Let's see. You should directly like pick some and just aim at the hatchery because. Yep, there it goes. I think it's gonna fall. Okay, good drilling, good drilling. Is it gonna be enough? Is it? Is it? Oh, nice. Without the drones, that wouldn't work. Without the drones, that definitely goes down. So the game is actually gonna stabilize, which surprises me a lot. I guess you don't want to lose your entire army when you're Protoss. That's kind of, I guess that's what you should get away from this. Now, bear in mind that there's another thing. There's one thing that I don't like about DragOn, and I don't like it like a lot, and that is that he didn't send like 1 DT to each of these 2 bases and just left it there. Because in this case, okay, there is an overload probably wouldn't work, but in this case, it would actually snipe this drone right away. And DragOn has been slowed down quite a lot. So even though he has a good army, whoa, and a good amount of gateways without any doubt, and a huge supply. Like look, 170. He still can't really get through, and you see, just basically trutacz is abusing this location. Ooh, nice storms. Oh no, 1, 2, and 2 observers go down instantly. There's only 1 more. Oh, good storm. Oh, those storms, man. Those storms. These storms are really wrecking. trutacz is really taking a beating on those storms. Oh, you don't want to separate your army like that. Yep. You don't want to separate your army like that. Okay, so these dragoons should be able to clean this base up, and at the same time there is a flank. Yep, when a Protoss army is flanking a Zerg army, that's usually when you know that you're in trouble as the Zerg. Although I have to say that this is pretty much trutacz's fault, because he's playing with pure Hydra Lurk all the game long. And basically, well, you want to have cracklings and defilers. You don't want to be playing this style because it's not as efficient. See, these dragoons are even doing a pretty good job against the Hydras because of the huge amount of them. Okay, good storms, another good storm, and yeah, I think the trutacz is about to GG. When this base falls, and it should right now, and he's even making a hive to try to save it, but he doesn't have any units. There's no way he saves this. So why go hive? Alright, I'm going to assume that that was DragOn taking the first game. I'm going to assume that. I know that assumptions are not the best way to go around, but I think it's pretty safe, right? What do you guys think?